Greg, Rob's talked all week about the importance of backing up that Northampton win last week, and to do it against Wasps today in the manner you did, it's a great result.
Yeah, really good. I think they're a tricky outfit. You know, they're good up front. They bring a lot of physicality in their set piece. But I think the lads did really well. They dug in, and you know, we've got good victory, good points at home. You know, it's another 4 points. Pushing on, keeping another week ticking forward. There's
a real confidence amongst the group at the moment. You're thriving off victories and playing well amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I think so. I think you know, there's been a consistency to selection for quite a period of time, so it means that lads are playing with the same faces and knowing what you know, they're going to do. We've got a great coaching group here as well, so level of expectations quite high. But you know, I think the players we've got thrive on that.
When you look at today, and you had to come on in a tricky period of the game, Rob's called it a defining moment today. You know, the scrum was under a bit of pressure, but yourself, Moray, and Ben Moon come on and steady the ship.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think it's been you know, as I say, they are good up front. They do have a good scrum, and it's tough when there's consistent amount on your line as well. So the lads we had on to start with did a really good job, and fortunately we managed to come on and steady the ship a little bit. So just happy to play our part, really.
For you, it's been a tough old time trying to get in the first team. You're here now, and no doubt you want to stay in the picture.
Yeah, I think so. I think, you know, I'm trying to be patient and trying to just do what I can with the time I get, and hopefully you know, keep pushing towards getting some time when I can get it, and just put the pressure on for a space when I can.
Let's look ahead to next week, Saracens. It doesn't get any easier.
No, obviously they're playing tomorrow as well, so it'll be interesting to see what their result does, and you know, it's going to be a top of the table clash here at Sandy Park. So.
What about it playing at Sandy Park now? The crowd here is pretty special, isn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it? Especially since they've done the development, and you know, there's a real buzz in the area. It's a rugby-ready city, and obviously with the World Cup coming next year, I think obviously Tony Rowe and the guys up the top have got a vision for the place, and you know, it's nice to be part of that.
Looking ahead though, do you dare to dream now that a top 4 finish is very much on the cards?
Well, I think that, you know, all we can do is control what's in front of us every week. Mumsy's always into us about just dealing with each week as it comes. I think the lads are playing really well at the moment. You know, the pitch that we've got, we're thriving on, and I think the boys have got a good system that we're all understanding, and we're pushing hard in. So, you know, if every week we can just keep concentrating on what we can do, then we back ourselves against anyone we come up against.
Do you think lessons have been learnt, Greg, from the last few years, last season in particular, when games like today, close games, you would have probably lost in the last few minutes or something? Have lessons been learnt amongst the guys, that year experience perhaps?
I would like to think so. Otherwise, you know, they're not lessons worth learning, are they? And I think sometimes you've got to go through a bit of pain, and you've got to experience those really tricky decisions that come down to a TMO. Or we obviously had a couple of those last year. But as I say, I think there's a real buzz about the group at the moment, and the lads are really trying to make things that we can control, and you know, not focus on the ref or the opposition or things that aren't within our sort of grasp. We're doing what we can to ram our game down the other team's throat, and to do what we can control.
Enjoy today.